Today is just a little brief how-to video on just ethics in fishing. I am joined by my friend and we are going to be just showing the overall just basics on just fish health and everything. Quite simple video, and we just want to show how easy it is because, I mean, everybody's seen the fish on Instagram or whatever you want to, or whatever you look at, and it always looks like they're deep fried because of all the dirt on them and everything. And we just want to get it out there a little bit that it's really not that hard to improve your fish handling and the overall health of all the fish. All right, so we're at a beautiful lake today. We are just getting ready. We got our rubber netting already because it limits the damage to trout. This netting will actually keep its slime layer, where if you use something like a shoelace like type of material net and everything, it can really damage their coat. And then for all those, we use barbless flies, and just because it limits the damage of everything as well, just in their mouth, because the barb, when you poke it out, it'll blow them up and everything. And besides that, we use a little bit of heavier line just so we can get them in right away to limit exhaustion.
Barbless flies are the way to go, since if you accidentally hook yourself, they're a lot easier to take out. You just go like that, and yeah, you'll basically avoid a trip to the hospital.
Just like humans, if you hook yourself, I mean, it's a lot of damage to pull it back out. It's just like trout. If you hook yourself, you got to rip it out, and it's going to cause a lot of damage, where if you have barbless, it just slides right out. Just keep them in the water just like this, because especially in higher lakes, they take a lot of time to recover. It's very important you just keep them wet at all times. When releasing a fish, make sure your hand always gets wet so you don't ruin the slime coat. And you just pick them up very gently if they'll allow you to. Nice little fish, and he's off. As I kept him in the water the whole time, notice how he swam away almost immediately. That is because he was already regenerated and all that. He got all of his strength back and he was ready to go. Where if I would have kept him out for picture day and just showing everybody and everything, it would have been like it basically is like you hitting somebody with a car and then thinking they're fine just because they are flinching on the ground. It's not that way. If the fish pauses there at everything and slowly swims off, they're not okay. So just make sure just to keep them wet at all times. It is. You see him jump? Did you get him? Don't bite me. That wasn't very nice of you. Nice little cut through. He's back. Just like that. Out of the net. There you go. Alright, so we just got back to the car. It was a pretty alright day. The wind came up a little bit, but still put fish in the net, and like always, kept them wet. Did everything how I listed before. And then, yeah. You got anything to say?
And then, as I said before, barbless is the way to go when fishing. If you lose a barbless hook, then yeah, you just didn't keep the tension on fish.
Yeah, if you rely on a barb to catch a fish, you're usually not the best, because as long as you're keeping the tension on, there's absolutely no difference.
Bro, what is this? That was a big tiger. That was a big tiger.
Is it gone?
Yeah. Yep, and like always, just always check the local regulations of each water you're fishing because it's put in there for a reason. Like today, ours was barbless only, and that just helps the overall population of the fish. It's a lot more for safety standards, and I mean, barbless isn't really that bad anyways. As soon as you net the fish, it pops out immediately. It's not really bad. And then always check on the limits too as well, because just it like helps the overall population of the fish just by staying in those limits. And yeah, these people that make the regulations know what they're doing, so I would follow them. Number two.
When fishing, always be sure to follow the regulations because, nobody wants to pay those pesky $100 or even several $1,000 fines.
Yes.
Yeah, who wants to take that kind of money out of their wallet just for one dumb little incident, right? Yeah, so save the hassle. Win-win for you and the fish.